Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fashion Avenue News TV. I'm your host, Sophia Davis, and tonight we have a fabulous guest, Couturier Norman Josey. Before we start with our program, let's have a word from our sponsors. Back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Fashion Avenue News TV. And tonight we have the Couturier Designer Norman Josey. Norman, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. I love anything with you when it comes to you. I'm great. I'm feeling good.
Thank you. Now, Norman, everyone wants to know, how did you begin your career in fashion design?
With thoughts of creations and colors and just motion, just watching women, the way they dressed and just making it happen, Well-dressed women means a lot to me.
Excellent. And now, are you self-taught or did you take classes? How is your gift given to you?
Um, I've never went to school. I've never been taught anything. It's just a gift. It's a gift from God. And that's how I take it. That's how I look at it.
When you begin a collection, how do you begin that? Does it begin with, the fabric? Does it begin with making a muslin? How do you begin a collection?
I'm beginning with a thought. I try to go off on, I try not to make stuff too boring, but I try to go off with a thought as to see what can be cohesive. I could be out during the day and just looking around and seeing things, and certain things lead me into a style or collection.
Excellent. Now, your specialty is couture, darling. Couture. We're talking long trains. We're talking over the top fabulosity. Darling, we are talking couture. How did you do that? How did that come about? You could have done ready to wear, you could have done swimwear. You're a designer, you could have done anything.
I pretty much love drama. Drama. It has to be different from the next piece that's coming, the next piece that's after it. I love drama. I love trails. I love women that know how to portray that. And a woman that could wear a trail on a gown and make it move and make it hers says a lot. And I love that.
Excellent. And speaking of drama, how do you pick your models? Because, you can't have a model that is, shy or maybe afraid to wear something or to bring the drama, to bring the attitude to the runway. So how do you choose a model?
By the attitude, by what fashion means to her. And a true model, to me, the way I pick them, I go by their walk. I go by the way they walk. I go by the way they respond and how they just move. A real model is going to make a designer's gown talk or outfit move or convey. You know what that designer is conveying when you have the right model.
Excellent. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are here tonight talking with the amazing designer, Norman Josey. We're going to get a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back in just a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Couturier Norman Josey, and we're getting all of the drama tonight. Now, Norman, how do you handle the stress of a fashion show? Because I know that, sometimes designers, especially independent designers, you have to bring all your stuff and you have quite a bit of pieces. You do hats to go with the garments, all kinds of trains, overcoats,
Yes.
all of that stuff. And then you have to make sure that after the show, you get everything back. How do you handle the stress?
I'm developing slowly a crew of women as well as men who sometimes have different ones, but they come with me to the shows. And as you just said, I do hats, I do my shoes, earrings, and I assign different people different things. So it's less hectical. I had a partner, Ricardo Lorick, who passed away in 2013, and we pretty much had it to a science. But now that he has passed away, I incorporate other people to come who love fashion, who love my work and love what I do and want to help. And that's who I bring with me.
Well, that's fabulous because we do know that designers need help. And I just wanted to touch on something as far as Ricky is concerned. He was so amazing. And, we loved him so much that we
Yeah.
even created an award named after him, the Ricky Award, which is
Yes.
excellence in fashion design. And I had the opportunity to meet him, and he was truly magnificent. So
Yes,
I
he
just
was.
wanted to throw that in and let people know that every single year we give away the Ricky Award at Fashion on the
Yes.
Hudson in
Yes.
honor of him, and we always will. We always will, Norman. We loved him.
I
Now,
just want to say one more
mhm,
thing on Ricky. Ricky loved you to death. We thank you for the many opportunities you presented to Lockdown and the belief and the faith that you had in us and you still have in me. And I thank you so much for that. And that's coming from Ricky.
thank you, Norman. And I'm gonna throw in there that I am always here for you. And you know that.
Yes.
I just want
Yes.
to throw that in because I am faithful and loyal. You know
Yes.
that. So
Yes.
I just like to throw that in there. And I know Ricky is watching this interview
I
right
know
now.
he is totally going through the wall because he mentioned, not to be a little morbid, but he mentioned you. He told me to stay next to you before he passed.
Well, Norman, I always got you under my wing, honey. I don't let you get too far away.
No, no, that's why I call you my godmother. That's my godmother.
That's right. I'm gonna watch over. I'm gonna watch over, honey. Yes. Now, according to you, what are the skills necessary to make a good fashion designer, a successful fashion designer? You know, when you're selling anything or you're working in any business, customer service, social media, different things make, the brand work. What do you consider some of the things that are needed?
You gotta have one, to me, you gotta have a love for what you're doing. If you don't have that love inside your heart or that creativity that's going to take you surpass, you gotta love it. You gotta love it. If you don't love it, you to me, you come up, it's like doing a drawing. If you're not really into it, it's ugly. It's not gonna look right to you. But you know when something's right. And in dealing with fashion, you go by any and everything with style, class, finesse. And a true designer sticks to his, no matter what everyone else is doing, he sticks to his aesthetic. He's true to himself. And that alone will take you farther away farther up the ladder than you need to go. And eventually it's you'll pop.
That's fabulous. I like what you said when you say stay true to yourself because I just interviewed Rocky Gallico, another couturier designer, and you remind me so much of him. And those were his exact words. Those were his exact words. Stay true to yourself.
Yourself.
Even if someone else doesn't like what you're designing, if this is where your heart is and you want over the top, you want flat velocity, whatever you want, stay true to yourself. He said those very same words. So you right, you're right on time with that, Norm. You're right on time.
Yes.
And I want to ask, how do you stay abreast to the trends or the style? Because we know that you are not a trend designer.
I-
You have your own way. You don't follow a crowd. You don't follow, you lead.
right. That's why some designers have come back and told me, I hate you. I'll be like, no, don't hate me. But I'm born 1964. That's
Mm,
when 1964 is the year when the dresses started getting shorter.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
I've seen a lot of trends. I've seen a lot of stuff come and go, but um I don't pay what's happening today any mind. I stay true to my thoughts of what I would like to see. I always strip a person down. It's like painting. Before you can put on what you want to pull, you got to put something white over the wall to cover up what was done, and then you go ahead and create a new color, a new style, a new way of looking, and that's how you do it.
Excellent. Excellent. Now, Norm, let me ask you, what do you think are the 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 items, the aesthetics that you need to work in the fashion industry? Because the fashion industry is not very easy. A lot of times designers are starving because sometimes you don't sell stuff and it's fabulous to you, or people want to borrow it but don't want to buy it. What do you think, you need to make people see, what you're doing as far as your ethics in the industry?
I think you need to, as a designer, I think you should make sure your clothes are marketable as well as
Mhm.
sellable. It's going to be something that they want. I mean, a beautiful gown is always good to look at, but you can't go to the laundry in that. So, you have to design in the curve of where people are. And to me today, people still want to look fabulous, but we are in this dealing with this pandemic and everything.
Yes,
We still
yes,
want to look fabulous, but we want to, the money is not out there like it used to be. And fashion can go up, fashion can go down, and you just have to deal with it. And when you love something, you some days you're gonna eat, some days you're not.
that's right. Now, who is the Norman Josie client? Who is the lockdown client?
The lockdown client, I can take that anywhere from the average working woman who's conscious of her look to a celebrity crossing the stage to collect an Oscar.
Excellent. I love it. I love it. And you could dress them all.
Yes. Yes, I
You could
can.
dress them all. Now, the name Lockdown, where did that come about? Because I like the name Lockdown because you're definitely locking down the couture. I love it.
Lockdown came from a life experience. I wasn't always a good boy. I got locked up and I was in jail. And as fear kicked in, because it was fearful for me at that age, I started drawing on the walls in the cell. And in order to keep the TV in your unit, the warden had to make sure each and every cell in your unit was clean. So when he came into my cell, he said, someone's drawing fashion dresses on the wall. He said, too bad his talent is on lockdown. So I took that and turned a negative into a positive. Now, lockdown, we unlock the style in you. We unlock your spirit as to be free and create your own style. So there's no robots or mimics running around.
I love that name, Norm. I love it. I
Thank
just
you.
I just think that it means so much. So yeah, that's really, really powerful. All right, so we're down to our last question. I want to ask, what inspiration can you give to upcoming designers? Maybe like you just, said a little bit about your life. Maybe sometime everything doesn't go right, but you turned it around. You did a total 360. So, people might be out there, and you don't know what situation they're in. Inspiration.
Um, I would say to the designers that are coming up behind me or thinking about doing it, always have faith in God. Your talent was given to you for a reason. Have faith in God. Put your best foot forward. When the times get rough, don't, it's gonna make you feel like you want to give up, but don't give up. You never give up on anything that you love. And it's gonna be hard days. It's gonna be some days where you can eat, you can't eat, days you got money, you don't have money. You're spending your last on that fabric that's gonna put your line over the edge. And you just have to be proud and loving and caring about what you do with your designs. And it will show through. And through the hard times, again, I'll say it's nothing like prayer. Prayer helps, it gives you spiritual strength. And if you love what you really do, hey, nothing good comes easy.
Excellent. That is such an excellent, inspiration. That really is good, Norm. And thank you.
You
Now, give
welcome.
us your social media. Give us your, where people can reach you, where they can find out all about Lockdown, darling, because you lock it down.
Yeah, well, I'm on Instagram, Norman Josey. Same thing as Facebook, Norman Josey. Um, you want to contact me on my email is lockdown four at lockdown int four at gmail.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are speaking tonight with the amazing couturier, Norman Josey, designer for Lockdown Couture. I'm Sophia Davis, and we'll see you next week.